Welcome back to the Wenzilla Reboot. I am Wenzilla, your toy host, your toy artist, your toy concierge, and today I want to highlight some of the other people out there who are either doing what I'm doing, collectors, customizers, toy photographers. I want to bring them on. You know, at some point, maybe even toy designers. Yeah, maybe Spirit Toys. Who knows? I want to bring other people on here. I want to bring anyone out in the toy world who is creative, who is doing something, who has a platform that I can push and promote. I want to do it here on YouTube/IGTV, depending on where you're watching this. Anyway, my first person up today is going to be Mr. River City Handsome, Harley Jackson. In his description, down in the description, I'll have all of his stuff, so you just click it, go there, follow him if you want. If you don't want to follow him, just like a picture and then talk some junk and be like, hey, Wenzilla sent us and he said you suck. No, I'm just kidding. Go check him out. Go follow his stuff. And yeah, without further ado, let's jump into it.
How do I save 15% just by going there?
You can by using promo code Wenzilla35 at checkout.
Oh,
That's
all right.
Wenzilla35.
I'll do that and I'll tell my friends.
That's so awful. Anywho, I want to bring Harley on, like I said in the intro, because I just want to talk to Harley about action figures. So, what got you into action figures, man? Like, when did you start collecting? Did you ever stop, like, in high school? Or not high school. I stopped when I was in, like, sixth grade because I was too cool, and I just like gave away my Zeo action figures, which would be awesome to have right now.
Dude, what got me started in collecting action figures, man? It's like, as far as I really can remember, I've been playing with action figures, playing with toys, but the ones that really got me going was Christmas, about my 5 or 6, and underneath the tree were some vintage GI Joes. I don't think if you know the characters, Salvo, Bullhorn, and Metalhead, and those are all like 1990, 1991, 1990 figures that the real vintage Joe collectors don't like because they're outlandish and they're not military drab and everything. But dude, it was on. And it was on GI Joes and everything, man.
And of course, you would love those ones. That's like totally your style of like if anyone's ever seen Action Figure After Dark, we had 8 whole episodes, like I said, and then one live one that sucked. Anyway, but if you saw it, always behind Harley is just random. Like, just you collect so many different lines, dude. Like, and are you a completionist of any one thing?
Not really. I collect the ones I like from the line. For instance, when I collect GI Joes, I own one of every Joe character from 1982 to 1994. But I didn't collect the Cobras, so or version 2s or version 3s of characters. I got the version 1, or in case of certain ones like Roadblock or Rock and Roll, I displayed version 2 because they were my favorite. But I wasn't a Cobra guy. I was always a Joe, the hero's the number one guy, and that's the same with Transformers. I collect the Autobots, not so much the Decepticons.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, I love the Decepticons. That's my favorite. Well, obviously not. I have a huge Optimus Prime, but besides that, no, I do have a Bumblebee too. What the heck? Maybe I don't like.
Yeah, you have that cool Bumblebee.
Yeah, the 3A one. I have paint all over me. So.
Oh, I had paint all over me too, man.
It's not poop. I promise, it's not poo poo. Yeah.
Yeah, I had it all over me too. I'm trying a new technique with this sponge. and paint it
Yeah,
with
you
a
were talking about
sponge.
weathering,
And
right?
it gives like a scraping, scratching look, but you get paint all over your fingertips.
So what are you working on right now? You doing some Gundam stuff?
They're not Gundams. They're made
Okay.
by Bondi, and they're essentially Gundam kits, but they're called 30-minute missions, and they're for like the intermediate collector or not even intermediate, but beginner, that you could build these in 30 minutes. That's why, 30-minute missions.
I think
And
I think Moyer did one of those before.
yes,
Like it's
and
in a box.
he gave me it because he wasn't into it, and he knows I like weird robots, and he gave me this one right
He
here.
actually built that
Whoop.
at my house.
Did he? Yeah,
Yeah,
so
I have
so
the
he gave that to me, and it's just been kind of sitting on my random robot shelf.
yeah I have
And
the plastic the thingies. I saved those so I can use them for like walls and
yeah,
stuff.
the sprues, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm an idiot.
hmm
Yeah.
So so I've been looking at it, and I'm like, man, maybe I should try one of those because I used to build these models for a while ago, I guess I should say, and I got a couple other ones just last week, and I'm like addicted again. Ooh.
So what scale are they? They're kind of in between, right?
They're they're 1/144th scale. So that means that's what they are compared to a real mech. So they're
Right.
like 144th the scale of a real mech, but in regular action figure collecting, uh, it would be 3 3/4, 4 inch, right around there.
Okay. I like it. It's perfect size. That's probably why he got it, I'm guessing.
You want to know? I bet he didn't know that's what the size was. But
That's
they're
wild.
cool. I like the bigger ones, and I got some bigger 12-inch ones right
Oh,
here.
dang.
Whoop,
So you're not
some weird
married to
Gundams.
any scale, right? Like you like 112, 118, everything bigger, 7.5.
I'm really not married to a scale. I prefer 6-inch, 7-inch, 5-inch, like I do NECA, NECA Predators, and they're closer to 7, 8 inches, while Marvel Legends are 6, and then SH Figure Arts are more 5.5 ish.
Yeah, no, figure arts are a weird scale.
hmm
You can
Like
fudge them in though, like the
like
6 inch.
I just got that Figure Arts Green Ranger.
I mean, it is Bandai at the end of the day, so
Yeah,
it's not
they're all
that weird.
Bondi. hmm
Bandai, Bandai.
What is it? The third largest toy company in the world.
Are they really?
Yeah, right behind Hasbro and Mattel.
Is Mattel still up there?
At last, I don't know,
Well, they got Barbie,
maybe
right? They're gonna be around forever. Did you
and
watch how
Hot Wheels.
like cutthroat the Barbie world was on
Oh
the Toys
gosh.
That Made Us, dude? I was like, what? Oh, and I didn't even know. Well, I did know because I signed a thing, but I didn't know how much I was gonna be in the Power Ranger one. Did you see? I think you saw it. It's like a
No, you
glimpse.
told me about it, but I haven't
Yeah,
gone back and looked. Yeah, but
yeah, it's
I
like
need
a
to.
glimpse.
I
It's
need to
like
go
one
show.
second. Like, like
That's so cool that you're in it, and you didn't get any royalties.
no, no. And the funny thing is that I sent in my tape for the Power Ranger episode, and when I had them all throughout my entire house and outside when the Wenzel reboot was outside, and I did like a 30-minute video or 18 minute. It was crazy, just going over every shelf and like all the decor of the home, like everything. And I sent it in like emails and stuff to them, and yeah, they were like, "Thanks," and that was it. I was like, "Cool." It was awesome. So I still made it though, man. I still made it on the damn thing. So
That's cool. Hey,
in
you made it
some
on there.
in
Yo,
some way,
you made it on. And for the
yeah,
wrestling one, Zack Ryder, Matt Cardona, the he's like
yeah.
the former WWE wrestler who does the Major Wrestling Figure podcast, and he's like
He
huge
didn't
in the
make it.
wrestling toy world. Yeah, dude. he didn't make it in the wrestling one, dude, and he's like furious about that.
Wow, those are like
Hmm.
well, I think I started with like wrestling figures in like Jurassic Park and whatever was out at the time. Like
Yeah.
right now, I feel like there's so much that we can't even collect it all, which I think is a good thing. Some people are like frustrated, like you have people like Hess who are like, I can't get, and he only collects one line. Imagine if
Yeah.
he collected
Yeah.
like as much as us, like
Well,
yeah, it'd be
that's the
crazy.
thing. Like, well, I was collecting Marvel Legends, super heavy. You know that. I was like way into Marvel Legends. And then they just kind of died off and I got them all. And they weren't making new characters I wanted. So then what just hit the shelf? Power Rangers Lightning Collection.
Yeah,
So then I started getting into Power Rangers. Then I started getting deeper into Sentai and then
Jeez,
Tokusatsu and then Kamen
jeez.
Rider and then space metal heroes like Space Sheriff Scheider and Gavin and then everything, and now I'm into back into Gundams, and it all pretty much was because I don't because Marvel Legends didn't make anything I liked anymore.
Yeah, and you can like kind of just pick the ones that you do want,
Hmm.
like from the line and stuff. And I didn't actually. The last thing that I bought that was Legends, I think it's for like the Avengers game and stuff, and like some of the like the War Machine and stuff like that,
Yeah.
like the one offs, the ones that aren't part of it. But yeah, there's so much right now, and it's crazy. Like I think we all have stacks and boxes of things that we have to get to, and like
It's
it's
starting to
bad.
get like that, like especially with Black Series. Like
Yes.
I'm trying to quit that line because I I'm sick of Star Wars. I'm oversaturated. It's oversaturated with Star Wars. But yet here comes the Mandalorian, and I go, oh my gosh, okay, now I have to get all the Mandalorians now. Because I was always like I said I just collected the Joes, so I would give myself a limit. So that means that I wouldn't complete it. I would know to stop when I was done with these. So then I would set myself up for Black Series. I wouldn't do anything from the original trilogy because there's just so much. Who needs another Luke? Who needs another Han? So I did what was on the expanded universe because I read all the comics. I read the books. So like I got like Jaina and Thrawn, and then I said, okay, well, I'll do Clone Wars characters. So then I was getting Ahsoka, and I'm like, oh well, if I'm doing Clone Wars, I'll do Rebels. So then I got the Rebels, and now I'm like, well, then I guess I'll do Mando as well. So now I'm getting Mandalorian stuff. But I'll tell you though, I still don't have anything, I guess, besides the bounty hunters, anything from the original trilogy.
Really?
Really.
I have a like crazy mixture too. And I like today just talking to Ryan. He has most of the Black Series, and he's like,
Hmm.
the new boxes kind of make me want to buy the ones I already have again. Because the boxes
Dude, the boxes are cool. The
Hasbro's
boxes are cool.
crazy. Whatever they're
It's all
doing is working. Like
it's all marketing, man. They know
it's
what they're doing.
it's so weird, man. It's crazy. But so right now you're doing Gundams, obviously space sheriffs. You were talking to me about an idea that you had. Like that would be a cool idea. Do you remember what it was with the space sheriffs?
Yes, I want to get the SH Figure Arts Decker Rangers and have them be the police squad for the space sheriffs. Like the space sheriffs are, of course, they're the sheriffs,
That'd be so
and
cool.
when they need one more than one guy to take down a kaiju or take down a villain, they call them the Deca Rangers. And I think it would be really cool to have like a whole space force like that.
I think that'd be cool. It'd be cool if you had like a space police like station
Hmm.
and like with a
It would be
cell
really cool.
like one cell like where you can lock people up and like maybe like a eating area slash workout area and you can
Yeah,
have them like helping each other lift weights or some crap like
that'd be that'd be That'd be really cool. I'd be 100% down with making that the
That'd
police
be
precinct.
awesome. Yes. You could make it your own thing. You could call it whatever you wanted.
Hmm.
So it would have,
Yeah,
probably be something.
just like Empire Toy Works, makes his own Rot Gut Station. There's another guy. Lights, Camera, Tentacles, I believe it is.
Yeah, dude.
He
Yes.
has one called it's called Cluster Fluxed,
That's so cool.
and but his is all 6-inch scale, while
Yeah.
the I
Empire.
just said his name. Empire does
Yep.
3 3/4, but that Lights, Camera, Tentacles dude, he's next
Yeah.
level, man. He's next
Yeah.
level.
Yeah. I was just saying that you can get more into a shot with 118, but I feel like when it comes to the dials, they look really good in 112. I mean,
Hmm.
Empire Torque's probably one of the only ones that I think can crush a 118. That's not true. There's a lot of people out there that can do 118, but a whole world, like,
Yeah,
yeah, that's what I mean. I've started one, but it's so in its beginning stage, like it's crazy. And I mean, hours of work just to set it up, to not even like just to add the little details is going to take forever.
yeah. Well, I've seen that behind the scenes kind of stuff for that. I think that Lights, Camera, Tentacles guy, and it looks like he's got it in his backyard.
That's
Like
awesome.
it's almost like one big giant, like a gaming table, like a board gaming table.
Yeah.
Like the top one of those that he just puts in his garage, and when he wants to go take photos of it, he takes it outside and sits it in his
That's, that's a
yard.
good
But
idea.
I could be wrong. I could have been looking at a totally different guy and remembering incorrectly. But it was really cool how they did it.
No, that's awesome. I think, yeah. And that's what this whole thing I'm trying to do is just promote, and not really promote, just talk to other people that are doing the same thing. If they're a collector, a customizer, a toy photographer, I just want to get them on, and like, so people can check them out. Cause a lot of people will show up on my stuff and they'll be like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know you were here. I'm like, yeah, I've been here for like years. So I just
Hmm.
want to like just give people more avenues and more, if I can help with traffic. But like you were saying today, or maybe the other day, someone reached out to you about your profile picture on Facebook. Like
Yeah.
just that. Yeah.
Well, somebody said, like, I think it was in Rick's group, that Ultimate Figure Collectors or
Okay.
something like that on Facebook, and someone just posted, what's your holy grail item?" And somebody said Kinnikuman Ninja, the SH Figure Arts Kinnikuman Ninja figure, and it was like the last one produced, the last figure produced. It's super expensive, hard to find, and I said same underneath it, and then he said, "Dude, I saw your profile picture, and you like Kinnikuman. Not very many other people are into that. Da 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 da." And we talked for a while. I showed him ways to get them cheaper than on eBay, and to use import sites and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
then he showed me, which actually before we got onto this cast, where to stream fan sub episodes of Kinnikuman, because
Oh God.
it's never been released in English ever.
Well, we're not gonna see you for a while because you're gonna be
So I've just
gone.
so I was just like, kids, go in your room. Like, I'm busy. I'm watching Kinnikuman in my room.
They'd probably watch it with you.
If they could read the
Right. Yeah. Well,
subtitles.
they might still like it. I mean,
Yeah. Oh,
no, I mean,
they love it. They love it
I
because
had
he farts all the time and
I had
pees his
Zoe
pants.
watching. Zoe was watching Sentai. I want to say she was like 4 because she loved Power Rangers. She'll still watch
Hmm.
Power Rangers, but she loved Power Rangers. So I tried to slip in Sentai, and she started watching. She's like, "They're bad." I'm like, "No, they just talk in a different language. They're not bad." Because like, hey, like everything's very
Yeah.
like. So it sounded to her like they're evil Rangers. So I think we were watching Jew Ranger. So it was one that she's already seen, but in a totally different landscape. So
Yeah.
that's why I love Sentai. I think Sentai is awesome. I'm glad that you jumped into it too. It's a totally different beast.
I need to watch I've tried to watch a few episodes of what was a Gokaiger. There's
Yeah.
one that I tried to watch, and I'm trying to get into it. I really am because you tell me it's cool. Like so many people tell me
Yeah.
it's cool, but like I'm just like, because some of that special effects of
Yeah.
like their ship flying, it like I don't know, it just you know what the Asylum is?
Yeah.
It's that movie production company that does
Yes.
like those made for
Yes.
like they do
Yes. I
like trans
love
they
those.
they made
They're
like the
so bad.
movie like Transmorphers and Atlantic Rim and stuff like that. You
Yes.
know, that's what some of the Sentai what I need to watch is the older Sentai like from the 80s
Yeah.
and
There's
stuff
some
that doesn't have
crazy
that
stuff out there.
so that I could get into it without the. But then I watched the recent Space Sheriff movies, and it's just as, because they rebooted the Space Sheriffs about the same time Gokaiger came out. So
Did they? Okay.
there's like a whole movie of Gavin with Gokaiger, with the new Gavin with
Okay.
Gokaiger.
I didn't know that. That's
Hmm.
interesting. See, there's stuff I don't know, man.
Hmm.
What about VR Troopers? Do you have any VR Trooper action figures?
I don't, but I have Blackbeat, who's one of the like he was like the Shadow Borg. I have him
Yeah,
in figure arts, and
that's crazy.
they never made a figure art. They released a couple prototypes. One was of Metalder, and he was the main hero in VR Troopers. The one that was
Okay.
like the robot looking one that was blue on one side and red
In
on the other
red.
with the
Yep.
with the gray stripe. He's a
Yeah.
tokusatsu hero called Metalder, and
Okay.
they never made a toy of him.
Those things, some of that stuff is so expensive, man. Like, there's one that's close to him, right? It's more chrome though, like same style.
I
Excuse me. Oh,
well, I mean, there's action figures of Metalder, but not
okay.
but not a figure arts one.
Are you getting any of the Halo stuff? I know you haven't pulled the trigger. What are your thoughts?
I still in love with my McFarlane Halo.
Ah, is that because you have so much invested in it, or what? It's
I
a
just
weird
think
scale, man. Get rid
it
of
is
them.
it's a weird it's a really weird scale, but I played with Moir's cat figure,
Okay.
and I wasn't impressed, man. Like she was super loose. Like you just picked her up, and like look at this. This is like a little gun in my belt. See, and he's not loose at all.
Wait,
I
what
picked
scale was it? Which one was it?
the 6-inch scale one,
Okay.
and
You
I
gotta go
picked
on
up
3 3/4, man. These guys are.
yeah, built good, man. But Reach is like my favorite Halo, so I
Yeah.
was excited about Cat, and so when I played with his, I was like not too impressed.
That's sad,
But
man.
what's really cool is that you can those Halo figures, if you pop their heads off, Mezco heads fit right on it with no altering or anything like that.
Really?
Yep, they
Because
fit
they got the
perfect.
long neck ones,
Hmm.
or okay.
Yeah,
That's cool. I have some Bernthal ones. I could do a Punisher.
yeah,
Oh,
for
oh, we
sure.
got. I
Yep.
could do a Punisher sparring.
Yeah, make the Spartan
Damn.
armor all black with white in the middle.
Yeah, it's perfect. That's an
Yeah,
easy.
like I've got all these extra Gomez heads, and I'm trying to think like what am I supposed to do with them? I was thinking about putting them on a Spartan.
Which one would be the coolest Spartan body that's out right now? The blue,
Oh,
the
I don't know.
white.
Probably
What is
Master
it?
Chief.
I've painted so many Master Chiefs lately, but 3 3/4. Which I
Hmm.
like painting the Halo stuff because there's no rub because it's all armor,
Yeah.
like an Iron Man figure or something. It's nice how there's no rub at all. You do a little bit of everything, man. So it's not you're kind of like what I do. Like I do a little bit of everything, so I don't fit into like one thing. So like as far as like toy photography, what are your thoughts on that? Because I know that you're still kind of finding your pace with that. It's not your favorite thing. I don't know. I think it's because you have so many different things. Because you mostly collect, but then you do a little bit of customs, a little bit of toy shots.
Yeah, like I like it. It's a lot of fun, but I think it would be more fun for me
More funner.
yeah, much more funner. To tell you the truth, if I didn't do the tags, man, if I just posted and put up my figures instead of, oh my gosh, it's a certain time, I got to do the tags and put it
Yeah.
up, and then to where it like almost becomes like an assignment,
Yes.
to where like I procrastinate for assignments, and I'm just like, oh, I'm like, oh, it's 6 o'clock already. Let me go take a picture, a shitty picture really quick and
Right.
throw it up. And then like I don't know. It's fun. I like it. I need to get better at it. Our friend, Dan actually
Yeah.
just out of nowhere messaged me about one of my pictures. And he's like, "Hey, let me help you with this." And with like 10 seconds, he sent me it back, and it was so much improved. And he showed me this app and how to sharpen the picture and adjust the shadows. And so
Yeah.
with his help, in that 5 minutes of him showing or telling me how to do that, my pictures, I think, have improved so much.
Yeah, I was picking Sunset Doomsbrain because his
Yeah.
pictures, because he goes really dark, and I really love the way he does it because I like the dark. Like most of my pictures are dark, even my customs and stuff. People are like, can you just take a normal picture of your customs so I can see the recipe? I was like, I'll tell you how I do. Like, so yeah, a lot of mine are dark
Well,
too.
well, like I was doing that too. I didn't pick his brain, but I was looking at Sunset Doom's behind the scenes
Yeah,
pictures, and I'm like, oh man, he's taking pictures in his garage where it's
yeah,
darker, and underneath his car where there's like no light at all.
yeah.
And so I was like, well, maybe I'll do that. And I did it on Monday with my 30-minute mission guys, and
And you said it's like your
it
favorite
came out
picture,
perfect.
yeah, that
Yeah.
you've done. You're like, I love it.
Yeah, and I was like, what the hell? Just something so simple, so simple. And then I used that technique, and then I used the technique that Daniel taught me, or with the and it turned out great.
I like to try to like with my shots. I don't know if you do the same, but I like to try to make them as good as possible without having to use any type of editing. But
Oh,
then
absolutely.
using, I mean, I edit everything, but I want to try to get the best shot I can without using that as a crutch because I feel like it like hinders or makes my shots sloppy. And I've done it before. I'm not gonna lie, I do it quite a bit, but it's not. I don't want it to have to be that way either.
Hmm.
But that's just me. But I'm crazy. So
No.
I do have one question for you. I don't want to do like an interview type thing, but if you could take and make for you because you're a gamer and action figure guy. So if you could take any game, any character, and make it that isn't already made, which one would it be? And what company would you want to make it? That's two questions.
Okay. Well, there isn't an action figure of him yet, but he's actually coming out in January, and I've got him pre-ordered, and he's like the figure I'm the most excited for. So does that count?
I mean, yeah, you can say that, but I wanted you to get a little more creative.
Well,
But
well, I mean, this guy's been
which
out
one is
since
it? Which
it's
one is it?
Geralt from The Witcher, because The Witcher 3 is like my favorite game, dude, like all time.
Yeah, I've seen some cool
And
customs.
now McFarlane's doing him, which I'm not don't really think is going to be the greatest figure. It'll be all right. It'll be decent for the only Geralt figure out there.
So
So
is he going to be scaled with like Spawn in Mortal
yeah,
Kombat? Okay,
he's going
so
to be
now
that height.
you're gonna have to get some like 7.5 inch figures to hang out with him.
Oh, I've got some, like I've got his Doom guy and I have his Spawn. So,
Or you could just put him with your Mythic Legions, dude. We didn't even talk about Mythic Legions.
he's
You're-
way too big for Mythic Legions. But
Is he though?
oh yeah.
Like,
Oh, I guess he could be like a half giant and sit with
yes.
him. But what I would want, dude, is I would want Geralt in his Wolf Clan armor, or Wolf School armor, I should say, made by NECA. That's what I want. That is like what I would ultimately want, because NECA did those player select figures back in the day, like where they did Gordon Freeman from Half-Life, and they did Raziel from Legacy of Kain,
What if
Simon
Mezco?
Belmont from Castlevania.
What if Mezco did that?
Get out of here, Mezco. I want NECA to do it.
Really?
Yeah, I
Because
mean, it would be
Mezco is
cool.
soft goods. Can you imagine soft goods? That would be so sick.
It would be cool with soft goods, but I would prefer it to not be soft goods.
I mean, NECA would be good for the detail. Like they crush details. And
Yeah, well, like you've
like,
seen what they've done with their Kratos figures and stuff. You know,
Yeah.
imagine that, but Geralt.
yeah, I guess yes. And they did it. Did he had some soft goods on him, right?
He didn't have soft goods.
Or he had like fur or something.
I think he might have fur on his pouch or whatever, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I've
But yeah,
got
no,
to
that
look at it.
that figure was amazing. That was I did some weird, crazy custom where I put a bunny on his head and painted him all naked man, and like people were like, "What?" I did like
Okay.
the bloody bunny face.
Here's a better answer for you then, since they're making a Geralt. Okay, they're
Okay.
making Geralt,
All right.
so he's not on. I just thought of it. I just thought of it right now.
Hit me.
Okay, and this is one that I've been like screaming for. Like I'm writing a letter every day to like get a figure made. Is Captain Falcon from do you play Super Smash Brothers? Any of the Super Smash
Oh
Brothers?
wow, yeah.
Captain Falcon is like Falcon Punch, like there's no figures of him because he's from a racing game. He's from a racing game. He was like, and
That
then all
could
of a
be a
sudden
cool
they made,
one-off. What?
and Figma makes Link. Figma makes there's a Samus Aran, both in suit and out of suit, and and then SH Figure Arts and Mario, and Luigi and
Yeah.
SH Figure Arts is doing a Pac-Man now. So give me an import Captain Falcon, and even all he needs. He doesn't need any extra hands. He doesn't need anything. Just to where you could have him punching with the Falcon, with the fiery Falcon effect. And I mean, hell, if we're
Dude, people would flip out.
dude, it would sell out. It would immediately sell out. And then imagine if they released it alongside the Blue Falcon, his car from F-Zero.
Oh, they could probably get like $250 for that.
Yeah, I'd pay it because he's one of my most wanted figures. And there's I gotta send you. I don't know who made it, but there's a guy who made a custom one out of Marvel Legends, and it's like perfect. Like I don't even want to attempt to make it because I know it would be fucking garbage. Pardon.
Was that recent
there.
that someone made that?
I'm sure people are still are making it, but this I've been seeing customs for years, but it might have been recent. Like the guy on who made it actually has it as his profile picture on Instagram.
Oh, that's
so
pretty cool.
I'll have to find it and send it to you. And then there's another guy, dude, who I gotta send you to. His name is Action Panda on Instagram.
I think I know who that is.
He
I might
makes
even follow it.
he makes like the best custom like tokusatsu figures and stuff, and he makes them in that 6 scale, like the Bandai 6 figures. They're more Marvel Legends ish, and he makes like the Space Sheriffs and Just Beyond, Mospita, all those guys in that scale.
That's
and
crazy.
It's amazing. His work is so good.
That's crazy. Yeah, no, there's so many talented people out there, like that I find every day. It's
every
crazy.
day.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to reach out to some people here and there, but I just wanted to get like I want to do my crew first, like the people who I know who like keep me balanced and not going crazy. So
Yeah,
I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do that. And I love doing the podcast and stuff, but it's just really hard to get six grown ass men into one thing
yeah.
consistently. So yeah,
I agree. If it was like two people with the rotating third chair or even a four people,
yeah,
I think it would be all right. But yeah, 6 to 7 like we had every week,
yeah.
and people popping in and leaving, and
Um, where can people find you at? Like, where do you want to send people to check out your stuff?
um,
I think it's
I guess
everywhere. It's all over the
yeah.
screen.
I
You're
I
like,
guess you just go to Jackson
here.
underscore figures 85 at well, I might add at my email, but no, just Jackson underscore
Yeah,
figures
don't
85,
email.
and it's it's a work in progress. I'm learning, so
What can people expect at Jackson underscore figures 85?
just a bunch of cool action figures,
Yes.
and
I think you should do like because you
I'm
get
doing
so
it.
much stuff in the mail. You should take pictures every day of what you get in the mail. 'Cause you get
I've been thinking
just for
about doing that.
fun. Like,
I did it
don't
on
even worry about tags. Just
dude, I did it on my story. My latest
okay.
story. I don't know if you saw. It was my latest haul.
Oh, I didn't see it. No, was it
Yeah.
today?
Yesterday. I don't know.
You got
It might have disappeared,
you
but
got a mez
by
code
then,
today too. So
yeah, I did get a mezco today.
you did.
But what I want to do, dude. So I'm making. Sorry to have this run long. Uh
It's not. I just didn't want us to run out of things to talk. We were talking about
oh,
other people a lot.
I never have a run out of stuff to talk to you about.
I know.
Um uh so as I was showing off my guys here, right? So I'm weathering them up. I'm gonna cover my mug here. He's the leader. Um, but I'm weathering them up, making them all nasty. And I was talking to a buddy of mine from the Mythic Legions community. So we'll gets back into Mythic Legions, and I was showing him, and he's like, "Dude, those guys look like Transformers, like just generic ass Transformers before they picked to be a Decepticon or an Autobot."
Oh.
And I was like, that is exactly what they look like. Like this guy's got tank treads on his back. This guy's got like wings, kind of. And I was like, that's perfect. And then he just says, "We're just trying to survive in this junkyard." And I was like, "You just
Wait,
set up the
who is
whole,
this? Just some person?
yeah, a buddy, a good friend of mine that I've been talking to a lot lately. Like we've been talking on Discord and everything. Like
That's awesome.
I'm almost tempted to add him to our chat group, like
That's
our crew.
awesome. Yeah.
He's really cool, and he customized. He like gets paid by some of the third party Mythic
Yeah.
Legion parts
To
people to
paint.
paint and stuff.
Yeah.
And but he's like a published author and everything. So he goes, we're just trying to survive in this junkyard. And I was like, dude, that's the perfect storyline for these guys.
That's so good.
Because I'm like, I actually bragged to him about your after the snap. I told him all
Okay.
about I told him all about your after the snap story and everything and the stuff
Yeah,
you were
I
doing.
still got a whole bin of After Snap
Mhm.
characters that
But
were never done.
so like I've got 4 so far, and these figures are so cheap and so fun to make, and you can make them so fast and just weather them up and make them all nasty that I'm making a whole squad. I know I'm gonna have at least more than 10 of these guys because there's so much you could do with them. They're modular pieces, and you can mix and match and do whatever the hell you want with them.
That makes it
And
way more fun.
and I'm gonna make them all Transformers that haven't picked a side yet, and they're like
That's a
called,
great
and
idea.
they're like the their like team name or whatever is gonna be Scrap Heap.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's like your Autobot, Decepticon, or Scrap Heap.
I think I would be Scrappy. I don't know.
Yeah. but
That's just my
but yeah,
style.
that guy, like I'm sitting here messaging him, and he says that I'm like, I'm stealing that from you, and that was like
You
when I
should
first posted these.
never. You should have just said you came up with all of that.
I
All right,
I
ready?
can't
Let's
take.
redo it. So, dude, heart.
So yeah, when I was making these, I was thinking that these guys look like Transformers that haven't picked a side, and I'm like, man, they're just trying to survive this junkyard.
I think
Uh,
that's brilliant, Harley. I can't believe that you came up with that. And like, wow,
yeah,
you're like a writer, man.
like yeah, me and that dude he's like created a Discord and stuff, so I downloaded Discord and we just chat and paint on Discord, much like the other group, our other group, which
Yeah.
like I'm in, but I don't chat and paint. And then I
Whew.
chatted and painted with this other guy, so I'm kind of.
Oh, so you're cheating on us. I mean, that's
Yep.
whatever.
Yep.
That's whatever.
Yep.
So this was fun. Thank you for coming on short notice. I just wanted to kind of pick your brain a little bit and kind of give people, like, direct them towards you, because you've been in so many of the videos on this channel that I was like, yeah, probably should bring you on just to, because you don't ever get a chance to talk sometimes because, we have a big group. So
So, and then I wanted
that
to
was
also say,
it.
oh, we're not live.
No,
We're
we
live
are.
right now.
No, we're fine.
But I
I
want to
just
say, not only am I Jackson _figures 1985 and River City Handsome, I'm also the father of the #1 fan of Mr. Wenzilla and the Wenzilla reboot.
That's right. Huge shout out to Ray. Ray. We should have put a picture, his like most not favorite picture, like the one that he hates the most of him, like school pictures. Put it up, and you're like, "No, Dad, why?" That'd be great.
I'm
All
gonna get him
right,
I'm gonna have to get him a little Wenzilla reboot T-shirt.
get some merch. Yeah, we gotta make some merch again, man. It was a fun thing to do, just to give to people. It was fun. It was. Anywho, thanks for watching, everybody, and remember to be kind to one another.
And drink your water.
Damn it! Drink your water.
Duh.